What is up, Reds? Welcome to the Sunday Summary Talk Show. I'm your host, Kyle. With me is Steve. Steve, this might be the biggest day in the history of sports for me personally. I don't know about you, but Liverpool, Man United, Anfield, 11:30 kickoff, perhaps the match of the season. I'd say it is the match of the season, Steve. I didn't expect Man United to be in the place they are now, but it just makes for that much more of an exciting match. How are you doing this morning, man?
Good. What a time to be alive. It's exciting. It's exciting stuff. It's not the match of the season. Sorry.
Steve,
Man,
it feels like the match of the season.
February is going to be the match of the season.
All right, look, and I had the same title, to be fair, back when we played Man City at the start of the season. Is it the match of the season? Given the places in the table, I am just personally thinking this is the match of the season, Steve. I mean, historically, this is a way bigger rivalry, right? Man City has only been our rival for like the last 5 years or so. Just because of the pure like prestige and like the players and the talent and how they've been finishing in the table. I mean, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah. No, the reason I think the City game, now not to take anything away from this game, because like this is what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, you're raining on my parade, man.
Exciting, but this is my job, Kyle. That's why I'm here. It's not the match of the season. Man United is not going to be there at the end. I don't think anyone truly believes that they are. Just like watching the sports talk shows recently, like even Gary Neville, he's like, yeah, this is just unreal. Like, we need to enjoy this today. Like, this is really exciting today.
Yeah.
Because we're not supposed to be here, in other words.
Yes.
Now, I will say, Man City and Liverpool, I think, are going to be the last two standing. So that's why I don't think this is the game of the season, but it's damn close. It's probably a close second or third.
No, dude, I don't know. Let us know what you guys think in the chat. What do you think? Is this the match of the season or is Man City the match of the season? Let us know. And shout out to Killian Plummer. We have a new channel member. What is up, Killian? I love the profile picture. This is Anfield. I need to get one of those. Hopefully, I'm going to make a studio when I move into my new place, and I'm going to get one of those. I'm going to get some flags. Shout out to Killian Plummer. Everyone give a big shout out to Killian Plummer in the chat. We got Seek Chan, Downturn Abbey, Liz Golden, Tony Madden. What is up, everyone? And again, let us know, is this the match of the season? Now, Steve, obviously, Man United are in some good form. We've been struggling recently in the league. There's rumors surrounding Gini Wijnaldum has basically said, no new contract. I'm going to Barca, right? Now we have links going with Eder Militao on loan. We have links with both Konate and Upamecano, which is actually pretty interesting. We'll get into that as well. What are you thinking about all this, right? I know Klopp, and as a lot of our channel members as well, Tony specifically, very vocal about the fact no one is coming in January.
I thought Upamecano for sure was not moving.
That's what I thought.
like as of 48 hours ago, like their sporting director came out and said he's not going anywhere.
Well, when has that ever stopped a move before?
I guess that's a good point, but I stopped following that. To me, that's a dead end. If it comes through, cool. If not, that's what I'm expecting anyways.
I know, and I don't get my hopes up at all because Klopp's literally has come out and said we're not expecting any arrivals in January unless it's like a huge steal, right? Like for example, we got Minamino for $7 million buyout clause in January. I mean, you can't really turn that down. But I know a lot of people would say that we need a center back. Now, moving forward from that, okay, Matip reportedly healthy.
Okay. Are we getting into Matip now, or are we still talking transfers?
No. We're moving forward from that.
Okay.
I want you to talk to me about Matip.
Joel Matip better be in that lineup today. If he's healthy.
Right.
Klopp's not going to put him in there if he's like at risk for re-injury because we have so many games coming up that are tough.
Mm-hmm.
That I said last week, throw Nat Phillips in. If Matip's not healthy. I don't want to see Henderson back there. However, I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world to see Hendo at center back, Milner, Gini, Thiago in the midfield. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Or Shaqiri rather than Milner.
Throwing Shaqiri in that midfield.
Yeah, there's definitely some options here, but I really don't want to see Hendo back there. I just want to see Matip, Fabinho. I'd be happy with that back four.
Yeah.
Matip, Fabinho, Trent, Robbo. And
Oh
then the
God. Yeah.
midfield of Genie, Hendo, Thiago. Like, that's what I want to see.
I think every Liverpool fan on the face of the earth wants to see that.
Now, people want to see Shaqiri, and I'm like, guys, let's slow down here. He should be a super sub. When was the last time he played anything more than 30 minutes?
Ooh, that's
We
a
can't
good.
start him
That's a good
because
trivia
he
question.
had 2 assists against the 17-year-olds from Villa. I mean, let's be realistic. I mean, jeez.
Hey, to be fair, I think they were 18, so you got to give them some credit. But I do want to give a shout out to Doug. Doug is in the chat as well. Appreciate the comment about the haircut. I love the haircut, actually. Shout out to my mom. My mom cuts my hair. It's a legend, absolute legend for that. And so Steve, I'm never shaving again. They made me shave for work because they have to fit the masks, the N95 masks. They make you shave for it. And dude, I got to tell you real quick. The way they do this, they put one of those have you seen Monsters Inc? Like the 2319 guys that come in?
Yes.
Okay, obviously you've seen that. You know how they have the big helmet masks that they put on?
Yeah.
All right. They spray this bitter and sweet stuff in there with the mask on, and they try to gauge if you can smell it or not. It was miserable. It took 30 minutes. But anyways, that's why I'm shaved, and I hate it. Never shave it again. So yeah, I just wanted to tell everyone that. Let's go downturn in the chat saying, for me, this is the match of the season. Steven, everyone's putting you to shame, man. Because of the ancient rivalry, all these other rivals, and the Chelseas, the Man Cities, are all pretty transient rivals. Man U is history.
Look, I totally get that, but I don't watch this for rivalries. I watch this to see us win trophies. Like, if Man United is
win a
not
trophy from this game?
No, because Man United's not going to be there at the end.
Okay,
and there's still we're not even halfway through the season yet, right?
I know. Well, technically, is this match week 19? This
is match week 17 or 18.
No, really?
17 or 18. It's not 19.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Can't be 19.
Okay.
Let me check my.
I'm almost. This is 18 or 19, Steve.
I don't think it's 19.
Oh man, I left my phone over there. You're gonna have to check
right now. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You tell me, Steve.
I got you.
Tony would rather see Phillips at the back.
Yep.
Tony has been very vocal about that. Then moving Henderson to center back. Well, okay. Reading the second part.
This is match week 18 for us.
Okay, it's match week 18. Okay, you got one over on me. But I agree. I agree with Tony. I don't think anyone wants to see Henderson in the back, and I think the only reason I just don't understand why Klopp would put him there in the first place. Maybe just to conserve Phillips and Reece for the Champions League down the line. I don't know. I really don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So why would he play Henderson in the last game?
Let's hope he doesn't, and we don't have to actually ask these questions. It's like I can't even talk because I'm just so excited for this game. I just don't think it's the game of the season. I would rather see Nat Phillips back there than Hendo because we need Hendo in that midfield. We look like a completely different team when Hendo's not there.
Of course.
In the engine room, in the middle of the park. Now, could that be different with Thiago? Room. Yes. We don't know.
Well, I mean, Thiago has to start.
I don't expect any major surprises here.
No.
If Thiago does not start, I'm going to cut my eyeballs out and then watch the game.
Could you imagine the uproar around this planet if we look at this lineup? Right? And by the way, we'll be doing a team news lineup reaction over on Anfield Agenda starting at 10:15 today. Make sure you tune in for that.
Eastern, 3:15 Eastern UK time.
Thank you for clarifying. Thank you.
I should be the host.
You're trash, Steven. By the way, guys, in the chat, there is a new Let Steven Pin emoji you guys can use. I made one for you, Steve.
It's about time. Why don't you just actually let me pin and then delete the emoji so we don't
I literally don't think I can.
He's never even looked.
Jerk. All right. So, as I was saying, could you imagine the uproar around this planet if we look at the lineup and Matip is not starting next to Fabinho? I mean, it would just be horrible. Oh, look at this. Oh, God. You're getting all the love.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they're not converting for me.
Yeah, if you go to YouTube, that's the only thing about StreamYard. You can't see them in the chat, but on YouTube you can.
I'll go to. I'll just pull it up on my phone. Continue.
Yeah. So let me show you guys this, okay? Anfield edition. Joel Matip came through yesterday's training with no concerns. Now, we know that Klopp likes the 2 training sessions. Joel Matip got those in. He looks set to start today against Man United. So we can probably expect him to start. Obviously, I don't think there's going to be any surprises with that. I think... No, you have to start Wijnaldum, Henderson, and Thiago. There's no other option.
Stephen Penn. Here they are. Yeah, you do, though. You do have to start them.
Yeah.
You have to start Matip, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Look, if he's healthy enough to train, he's healthy enough to play.
It's a good point.
Klopp's 2-session rule, I get that. That's his thing. There's a lot of managers that if you're healthy enough to run a full training session, you're on the pitch.
Oh, yeah. And some players...
Not a lot of clubs have the luxury of having depth, of having guys like, okay, Reece Williams and Nat Phillips, they are what they are, but they haven't really put a foot wrong. You could nitpick Reece Williams for the 1 goal against Villa for 10 seconds, but
yeah,
not a lot of clubs have the luxury of having such class on the bench and having a Hendo that can drop back there and put in a shift. Especially some of these smaller clubs, when someone gets fit, when someone's able to step back on the pitch and run full speed, they're in the next match. No questions asked. Yeah. So,
yeah,
I think he's starting.
We're very lucky to have these players that are very versatile. Great example is Fabinho. Another thing I noticed, Ben White, right? We've been linked with Ben White, and if you look at what he's been doing for Brighton recently, he's been playing in the midfield, guys, like a defensive midfielder. So if we have been linked with him, if it turns out we end up bringing him in the summer, I wouldn't be mad at all, because then he's a player that can play both defensive midfield and center back. But let's go ahead. We'll look at what we're going up against in terms of Man United. Head-to-head Premier League match stats, 56 matches played, 13 draws. All right. Liverpool, total home wins. We're looking at 10 home wins, okay, compared to Man United with 12 away wins. So technically, Man United have the advantage here, Steve, going into the match. But if we look at the last 5 fixtures, we got
advantage for what?
I'm just strictly speaking in numbers, Steve.
For the last 56 matches played?
No, for the home and away. Look at the chart I'm showing you.
Yeah, but we're looking at the big picture of 56 matches played.
Yes, and I'm literally looking at the number 12 versus the number 10. Do I need to spell it out for you, Steve?
Let's go. Proceed.
Okay. Recent meetings, Liverpool.
I don't have time to look at historical data here, Kyle. Let's look at the recent meetings. Let's look at these thrashings.
2-0 Liverpool win last season. All right. Beautiful. Oh, just the last minute goal. Alisson's assist to Salah. And I actually went back and I'm sure a lot of people did this, watched all the highlights from the last couple of seasons last night. And I got to give Daniel James a little bit of credit, because Daniel James was the only player sprinting back to try to defend Salah. Of course, Salah's the greatest finisher in the Premier League and finished. And then Alisson's the first one down the field to celebrate. It just gave me goosebumps. And we ended up winning that game 2-0, right? It really should have been like 5-0, because you look at Gini's goal that was called offside, Bobby Firmino's curler, that a foul was called for Virgil van Dijk impeding the goalkeeper. That we just dominated that game.
I'm going to watch the highlights right before the match today.
Oh, yeah, get yourself hyped up. Hyped up. Man United 1-1 against Liverpool. Sorry, I keep hitting the mic. And then we got another draw, 0-0.
Adam Lallana.
Legend. Coming on
in the Lallana match.
85th minute and making a difference.
The white and dark blue jerseys.
Hey, Keita made a difference in that match too. Steve.
That was the most stressful second half I've ever watched, ever.
Excuse me.
Maybe even more so than the Barcelona game.
Oh, I
was freaking out that match.
Yo, that was crazy.
I wasn't at home watching. I was in public.
Oh, God.
I was at the official Liverpool Boston Supporters Club in Cambridge, Massachusetts. If any of you guys are interested, look it up.
That sounds incredible. I don't
It
know
was
if I
fun.
could have watched that game in
There was
public.
like hundreds of fans there. It was nuts. People are drinking at like 8, 10 in the morning. It's nuts.
Huh. Crazy.
Yeah.
Liverpool 3-1, Man United. Last win Man United have was at Old Trafford in 2018, 2-1 win.
That
Now,
was the Rashford brace, wasn't it?
yeah, unfortunately, I think so. Was that wasn't the Origi foul, was it? No, that was last season.
No, I believe that was when that was Jose Mourinho.
This one was, right?
The 2-1 win, I believe, was Jose Mourinho, and that was after the game when he went to the media and said, yes, we're not as good as Man City, but we are better than the other 18 teams. We are the clear number 2. I believe that was that match. The only coach in history to brag about being in second place. Jose Mourinho. Better team won.
I don't think he,
Better
to
team
be
won.
fair, I don't think he was bragging about being in second place as much as he was bragging about getting the team he had in second place.
What was wrong with that team?
Well, look, I'm on your side. I feel like there was nothing wrong with that team, but at the time when Mourinho took over, they were trash. Like they couldn't get results, and he ended up winning the Europa League with them as well. Form guide.
And he got fired. So
yeah, we got him fired. Form guide, Man United coming in off of 3 back-to-back wins. To be fair, not against great opposition, but that really doesn't change the fact that we lost to Southampton and drew to Newcastle and West Brom, so we can't really criticize their wins when we have a loss and 2 draws. But going into the season so far, let's look at this, okay? They are conceding more goals than we are per match at 1.41, all right? And they're scoring less goals than we are per match. So statistically, that gives me a little bit of confidence. They have lost 3 matches, all at Old Trafford. We are still unbeaten at home. I think this will be 60. If we end up drawing or winning, this will be 68 games, I think, at home. I could be wrong on that. Only 2 losses. 11 wins for Man United, 9 wins for us, 6 draws to 3 draws. And, of course, we're 3rd in the table. They're 1st in the table.
Let me ask you this. I have a question for you.
Shoot.
I actually saw someone, one of the announcers or commentators from the UK. I think this was last year. He was talking about Manchester City. He was talking about how the reason that Man City was so good for so long was because they always went for wins. So they ended up with more losses than Liverpool, but that's because they gave it their absolute all to score goals in the second half and get 3 points rather than being okay with 1 and being like the stable, unbeatable team that would either win or draw, but like would very rarely lose. Do you think that's the case with us? Do you think we could give it more to go for wins in order to draw less? Because this feels like the years before last season. So what was that? What would that be? 16, 17, 17, 18? When we would just get like a million draw. We were harder to beat than Man City. But Man City always came out with more points because they just had more firepower. And if it almost felt and looked like they wanted wins more than we did, we would rather not concede and draw and not lose than rather than to win. What do you think about that?
I think that.
Do you think there's been times where we could have put our foot on the gas more and gotten more wins out of these first 17 games?
That's a really good question, Steve. And honestly, this season I would say yes. However, you addressed this. The previous 2 seasons, we were mentality monsters. That's where it came from. And I feel like this season we're slacking a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it seems like we're not scoring those last minute goals, or at least I haven't seen it so far. Last season, you look at Aston Villa, perfect example, down 1-0 in the 88th minute or something, and then we come and win 2-1. So I think it's a good point. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. Maybe the squad after winning the Premier League, that fight isn't there, right? But I'm not going to say that because we're still fighting to win matches. But I think you bring up a good point. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Yeah, and just to clarify, the whole thought process and the whole thing to consider is if you have 4 matches and you get 4 draws, you get 4 points. If you lose 2 of those and you win 2 of those, you get 6 points. So giving it more going forward, risking yourself a bit more and being more vulnerable on the counterattack to win a game and get the 3 points, but risk not getting one with a draw, typically would outweigh the playing it a little bit more safe. And that's what Man City did.
Yeah. I do want, and you know what? There's great arguments to both sides of this because obviously you brought out the math right there. 6 points is better than 4. But at the same time, the risk reward is greater also, right? A point is better than no points. And I think Klopp likes the safe, the safety of getting a point rather than losing. And I don't know. I hate losing, right?
Yeah,
but
no, I get it. But I would rather see us. I feel like I would rather see us give it a bit more going forward at times. Not that we haven't, not that we're not trying, but 6 draws is just too many draws at this point.
Well, yeah.
This feels like 2017. Like, it's just too many.
Look, I agree with you.
We're a harder team to beat than most teams in the league. Pretty much for the last 3 seasons, right? I think we have the least amount of losses. And if you take away the fact that we won the league with 8 games to go last year or whatever it was, and no one cared, none of the players cared after that, we're like virtually unbeatable.
I'm telling you right now,
one match in the season before, and then before before we sealed the title last year, it was like maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think it was 1. Doesn't matter. I do want to say we will go down in history, 18, 19, 19, 20 teams as being 2 of the most dominating, hard to beat teams in history. And I think 18, 19 more so. Because I think we ended with 6 or 7 draws, but we only had 1 loss. And that loss was to the Premier League champions. And it was literally, this is what is so nuts to me, Steve.
1 inch.
Not even.
Yeah.
That is, you can't, that will never happen again. I can almost guarantee that will never happen again. I'm going to go into the chat and look at some of these comments. Liz, legend on the channel, I think injuries have made Klopp play more conservatively. I think beating Man United today will set us back to winning ways. I agree. And also, Steve, what do you think about that, bringing up the point about injuries pretty much making Klopp play more conservative, playing for the draw rather than, like you said, going all out for the win and risking the loss?
No, I wasn't trying to say that we're not, but is that something that we should consider and think about? Excuse me. Is it possible, which I think it is, that a draw is just not good enough anymore at this point? You have to give it absolutely everything to get the 3 points.
Yeah.
Because let's just even say you draw 6. You play 6, you draw 6. You lose, you play 6, you lose 4, but you win 2. It's the same amount of points.
Hey, look, I'm with you on the math.
The math is pretty simple.
You're making it simple.
10 games, you draw 10, or you lose 6, you win 3, you draw 1.
Wait. Do you have another example for us?
Yes. Okay. So 10 games. Let me just repeat this one. 10 games, you draw 10, you come out with 10 points. Woohoo! 10 draws, which is probably where we're going to finish this year, if not more. Or you lose 6, risking everything and going forward, but you happen to win 3 and you draw 1. That's 10 points. But with going forward and giving it absolutely everything on the attack, especially in these second halves of games, the chances that Liverpool are going to win more than 3 is probably pretty high. They're probably going to win more than half.
Hey, I'm
in
with
which
you
case,
100%.
the math changes to 10 games, 10 draws equals 10 points. Or you give it absolutely everything. You play 10 games, you win 5, you draw 1 or 2. You're looking at 16 or 17 points. But, oh, God forbid, we lost 3 of them, and we hate losing, and we hate that feeling for the next 6 days. But we come out with 15 to 18 points as opposed to 10.
Steve,
because 10 draws, Kyle, is 10 points.
Steve, I just need to say your math is impeccable.
I should have went to college for math, honestly.
No, that sounds like.
Let us know what you guys think. This is It's so simple. You're right, but we don't talk about this enough.
I think, and this is the funniest part. I think you bring up a great point. It's just so funny when you're doing the math. It's just
I
like,
couldn't believe it when I heard the guy talking about it. It was what's his name? Robbie Earl. He does NBC Sports in America for the Premier League.
oh, Robbie Earl and Robbie Musto, those guys
Yeah.
aren't American.
No, they're not American, but they work for NBC Sports out of Stamford, Connecticut.
I got you.
It was him.
I got you.
He said that was the biggest difference between Man City and Liverpool in the past few years, was that Liverpool was technically harder to beat, but that's because City wanted 3 points on more often than Liverpool did.
I think it's a great point you bring up. I really do, because you're right. I don't think about it that way. I will always think that a draw is better than a loss, but when you put it in the context of like blocks of 6 or 10 games and going for the win, it's very valid. It's a valid tactic.
It's so simple. It makes so much sense.
Yeah. And if we look at the top player stats going into this game, right, Mo's still sitting pretty up top with 13. You got Bruno Fernandes at 11 and Marcus Rashford at 7. Steve, I'm a little worried about Bruno Fernandes linking up with those front guys. Though I was watching the match back last season. They ended up going with a 4-5-1 that would probably turn into a 4-3-3 or like a 4-2-3-1 going forward. I'll be interested to see what they do today, but I'm worried about that link-up play up top, Steve.
I don't know who's going to play.
Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe not. Are you talking about for United or us?
Both.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so excited for the
team news.
The starting 11 reaction show on Anfield Agenda, 3:15 UK time, 10:15 Eastern. Be there. I should be the host.
Shameless plug.
No
You're not the host.
I should be.
You're trash.
Who's going to play? Is Pogba going to play? I mean, I guarantee you Fernandes and Rashford are going to play.
Oh,
but we don't know what else is going to go on up there.
Look, Matic started against us last season at Anfield.
He also started the other day. I think he played the other day.
He did. 100% played the other day. What do you go? What's your midfield?
I would love to see Matic in their starting 11.
I think
our midfield is going to be, if Matip's fit and we have Hendo and Thiago and Gini in the midfield, there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to absolutely dominate the middle of the park, because they're going to go McTominay and Fred, and then from there, there's different options.
Yeah.
I think those two are going to play. So then we're looking at, maybe not, because then you got Pogba and Fernandes that could possibly fit in.
Look, Pogba's playing. If Pogba's healthy, Pogba's playing.
I don't think that's necessarily true at all.
You have to play Pogba in this game if you're that.
Dude, I think you might be surprised. I do not think you. I don't think you. I think it's 50-50. It's not. Nothing's for certain.
They have a lot of options too, because you got to remember Scott McTominay, Van de Beek, Matic. They have Fred as well.
Yeah, you won't see Van de Beek in this game, but Fred and McTominay have been pretty much staples for them, and especially in these bigger games. Pogba's resurgence has been something to make a note of, but it's not guaranteed that he's going to start, and you're not going to see Van de Beek.
Yeah, he had an absolute screamer. Whoever they played the other day, Pogba did. But
he plays, he does well.
Yeah,
he's not a scrub.
No, he's not a scrub.
I don't get it.
Scrub by any means. Yeah. So let us know, guys, in the chat, your lineup predictions for this match. I think it's pretty straightforward. If Matip is healthy, if not, that's where it gets a little shaky. But yeah, let us know. I want to check on this Tottenham game. Tottenham are up 1-0 on Sheffield United. No surprise there. So let's go down. So, by the way, Minamino, happy 26th birthday to Minamino. I think he turned 26 like yesterday or 2 days ago, something like that. But Steve, I want to ask you this. How much are we missing Diogo Jota for this game?
I don't know. Hopefully not at all.
Hopefully not at all.
Hopefully we have a vintage front three game in one of these big games. Robbo's whipping and crosses, Trent's whipping and crosses, and we just handle this game.
Trent needs to
straightforward like we should.
Trent needs to step up.
The good thing about, we can complain about the injuries left and right, but our defense has not been the problem.
No, it hasn't.
With the exception of that lapse in concentration or that terrible situation from Trent against Southampton.
Yeah,
we don't let in any goals. And that's just an insane finish. Like, he's not going to do that again this year. He wasn't even looking.
He wasn't. And
like,
right.
what? Like,
dude,
what?
No. But if Trent starts, I'm not kidding. He needs to, I don't know what's going on with him, but he needs to step up.
Yeah, he's going to start.
Well, he's going to start, but I mean, he can't give the ball away. His crosses need to be on.
They do. And I'm sure he knows that more than the rest of us combined, how much we need him.
Yeah.
I think to kind of throw you off the rails here and completely throw something random at you just before I forget, I'm excited to see the Sadio Mane Wan-Bissaka battle, because I think Mane is ready to tear somebody up. Yeah. I think it's going to be bad. I think it's a really bad day to be Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Let me just say that to start.
Dude, you go back and watch. Bobby Firmino did it to him last season.
Oh, boy.
Yo, couple of chops, and then
I'm going to go start running around, guys. I got to go.
Seriously, though, man, I want to be a fly on the wall with Klopp's pre-match team talks, dude.
I'm going to drink 1,000 coffees today.
1,000 coffees?
I'm going to reenact the entire game live.
In your living room.
Live watch along with me today.
But instead of commentary, he's just going to be going to play-by-play for 90 minutes.
I'm literally going to reenact the entire match.
Oh, my goodness. That would be funny. I would watch that. I'd subscribe to that channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, guys,
make sure you subscribe. It would be on this channel. We would cancel your watch along, and I would do this. You wouldn't need to subscribe to anything new.
Oh, my God. Steve's play-along is what we would call it, or something.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's go to Tony Madden's lineup predictions. So he's going the same thing. Allison, Trent, Matip, Fabinho, Robertson, with Henderson, Thiago, Wijnaldum, Mane, Firmino, and Salah. Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it. What else we got in here? Don't let Trent take free kicks. I don't know about this. This. He's our best free kick taker. Despite the fact that, he's struggling, but, Oh, shout out Ricky Swift. Haven't seen Ricky in a while. What is up? Got Jihad in the chat as well. And Doug, I got Doug's lineup here too. He's going Allison, Trent, Matip, Fabinho, Robertson, Genie, Henderson. So everyone's going with the same lineup. You have to go with that lineup, Steve.
Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Literally, there's people calling for Shaqiri to start. For the life of me, I can't understand that. He should come on in the second half if we need him. But if we're up 2-0, we don't necessarily need him. You can bring him in to get some fresh legs in there, but I think that's the point when you bring in a James Milner, just to throw Fred around the park.
Oh yeah,
just to give Pogba fits. When Pogba's legs start getting tired in the 60th minute, you bring in James Milner, who's just a pest in your face constantly. Bang, bang. Bang, yellow cards left and right, sliding in, diving all over the place, bleeding from his head. This is going to be an absolute war. I'm going to go suit up because I feel like playing.
Steve, you are getting me. You need to be my hype man.
Listen, guys, it's a bad day to be Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That's one thing I'll say. It's a bad day to be Luke Shaw, assuming he starts over Tellez.
Tellez, some scrub.
Oh, geez, that's a João Cancelo situation right there, like just a total waste. But
what is it with Manchester and fullbacks? The city is just, I don't know. They're so indecisive. They have like buyer's remorse with fullbacks.
Because they buy too much. You can't buy that much and have everything work out perfectly.
Good God, dude.
Can you hear that clanging in the background?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got to go kill the dog. Hold on.
Yo, go kill him. We got Jordan Hyman, Allison, Trent, Fabinho. By the way, we're not actually going to kill the dog. Everyone relax, okay? We're just joking. Allison, Trent, Fabinho, Robertson, Genie, Thiago, Milner. Whoa! This one caught me off, Jordan. I'm not going to lie. No Henderson. Let me know in the chat what you guys think of Jordan Hyman's prediction. I don't know if I can get behind that. Jordan. Why? I need to know your rationale. Why would you not start Henderson? I don't know. That just doesn't make any sense to me, bro. It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Hello.
So, Steve, I had to clarify, we're not killing the dog.
No. I had to put the dog outside.
Yo, so Steve, while you were gone, we look at Jordan Hyman. Jordan Hyman, this one caught me off guard. Read this lineup.
Okay. Allison, Trent, Fabinho, Robertson, Genie, Thiago, Milner, Mane, Salah, Bobby Firmino. See, I told you this in the beginning. Remember I said this in the beginning? A Milner.
Yeah.
A Milner. Now,
where's Henderson?
Yeah. That's right. I had Henderson at center back just in case Matip wasn't healthy and Klopp didn't trust Nathaniel Phillips, which I think he should fully. Let's just hope there's no surprises in today's lineup. Guys, we get to figure out today's lineup in like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Less than an hour.
Yeah. And Steve and I get
don't
to
be
react
surprised if you see Steven Salah in the starting 11.
Steven Salah. Steve, we get to react to it live, bro.
I know. Make sure you check that out. Anfield Agenda.
Anfield Agenda, guys. We do a show every Sunday over on Anfield Agenda. Nothing But Reds Agenda. It's a legendary show because we warm up here, right? And then we go over there, and that's when the good stuff comes out. You know what I mean?
I would argue that the good stuff comes out the entire time, but
yeah. Well, you need to look. I mean, I agree with you. We're good all the time.
I don't need to warm up. I do my jumping jacks, my sprints.
You do your game reenactments.
Game reenactments in the morning.
And then you come on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Whoa, wait. Connor called. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, he said Bobby Firmino. Hold on. Wait, Steve, this only has 10 players. Allison.
Yeah,
Trent.
he forgot. He just forgot Hendo. No. He forgot Matip.
Oh.
He forgot to list Matip.
Oh, okay.
Center back.
Unless he's putting a Milner at center back. God,
No. What he's saying is Henderson starts, but he's going to get a red card in the first minute. That's what he's saying. So it doesn't even matter. Hendo's going to get a red in the first minute. He's just going to run up and punch the referee.
He's going to do a Steven Gerrard.
Yep.
And just step on someone's leg and then just get sent off after being on for 8 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah. Cito Kaba saying Allison, Trent, Matip, Fabinho, Robertson, Thiago, Henderson, Jones, Shaqiri, Mane, Firmino.
Thank you. That's an automatic loss.
Where is Salah? Sir. Oh, Jordan, you're fine. I was just messing with you. Yeah. No, wait. Knock on wood. Why am I knocking on wood? Hold on.
Because of Henderson, maybe? Henderson getting a red?
Oh, yeah. Knock on wood. Good God.
He's not going to get a red in the first minute.
He's not going to punch the referee. Steve.
No, of course he's not. Can we take a joke today? Jeez. I'm not killing the dog. I'm not killing any animals. And Jordan Henderson's not going to punch the referee.
I just keep
He's going to punch a 60-yard diagonal to Trent, who's going to whip in a laser. Mane left Wan-Bissaka in the dust, and he's just going to tap it in.
Oh, my God.
Bad day to be Wan-Bissaka. You heard it here first. Bad day to be Wan-Bissaka. Bad day to be a Carlsberg around the United States and the UK and the world, the globe.
Oh, man. Steve, I can't tell you how much I wish there were fans at this match, bro.
Yeah, me included.
Yeah, you included. Steve, I just think it's so funny you talking about you replaying the match.
Reenactment?
Reenacting the entire match in your living room.
Yeah, if someone passes the ball, you just see me. I'm just jogging in place the whole time. And then when someone passes the ball, you just see my foot. If someone heads the ball, you just see me go. You know? If someone scores a goal, you just see me like this.
Please, you know how, I know he wouldn't bring it out. I know Bobby wouldn't bring that out if he scores, right? It's only a Tottenham thing. But
PSG/Tottenham.
/Tottenham. I know. But man, Steve, I'm with you. I want to see Mane put Wan-Bissaka on his ass.
It's going to happen.
I want to see Bobby put Harry Maguire.
Really good last time out. I mean, Walker Peters is a solid player and did fairly well at times. He also fouled Mane 12 times.
Oh,
he couldn't hang. Because Mane doesn't stop. Mane just comes at you for 90 minutes. You just do not get a rest. You could pick Mane's pocket and take the ball the other way. But guess what? 30 seconds later, he's breathing down your neck again with the ball. And there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. He doesn't lose it. He keeps it.
for the most part. But
Yeah.
either way, he's just him and Salah are just relentless the whole game. You just can't. They never take their foot off the gas for the most part.
And I think another person we're forgetting.
Same thing with Robbo.
Robbo especially.
I would hate to play against Liverpool and be like a right back on that side.
Good God. Could
They
you just imagine
do not stop.
the Scotsman just running at you, sprinting at you?
Like no moves, no swag at all. Just
Zero
taps it
swag.
past you and runs as fast as he can. And you can't stop it. He makes people fall on a regular basis. He has no moves at all.
He has no moves, dude.
He stops, he gets the ball, he looks back to Fabinho, and then just taps it down the sideline, and everybody just falls. Like a bomb went off. People just hit the deck, and there he's off. He's off.
I've never seen Robertson do a step over. I've never seen him do anything of the sort. The man runs straight at you.
Mm-hmm.
Straight at you.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. Seek Chan's line of prediction coming in. Ali, Trent, Matip, Fabinho, Gini, Hendo, Thiago. That's another thing, Steve. We have Thiago in the midfield today. Thiago is going to make some people look stupid.
Well, he's the best player on the pitch today.
He has, yeah.
I think he's the best player on the pitch today.
See what else?
In general, I'm thinking today, I'm predicting he will be the man of the match today.
Oh, yeah. He's got that 90 minutes under his belt. He's good. He's ready, Steve. Or not 90 minutes. He came in the second half, right? So he's got that second half under his belt. He's just a legend. He's already.
What does Man United have going for them today?
Their form.
Like, what are we worried about? Fernandes and Rashford.
I'm literally not worried about them. I'm worried about what the reaction is going to be and what Man United fans are going to do if it turns out they get a result from this game.
Oh,
okay. Oh, that would just suck.
What do Liverpool have to worry about on the actual pitch today? I'm going to put this into perspective for everyone watching.
I think through balls from Fernandes breaking through our back line.
Okay. They have not faced a center back playing as well as Fabinho yet. They have not faced Trent and Robbo yet. Say what you want about Trent. He's still Trent. Fernandes has not had to deal with the midfield of a potential Wijnaldum, Henderson, Thiago. This is a whole nother ball game. They're stepping into the lion's den today. I hear people saying United are favorites. I could not disagree more.
Maybe on current form. But that's
form is form. Form is that's all we've heard about lately.
Yeah.
Form. You know what a form is? A form is something you fill out on the internet. A form is something you use to apply for a job. I don't want to hear anything about form.
All right, that's a job application.
This is Anfield. This is completely different.
Steve is on one today.
This is Thiago Alcantara, Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino, Alisson, Fabinho, Jordan Henderson, Firmino.
You said Firmino twice.
Bobby Firmino, Roberto Firmino.
Oh God, I love that man.
Guys, this is what we do this for.
I couldn't have said it better. This is why we get on and chat about. This is the passion right here. This game, when that whistle blows and we kick off, Reds, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like this match.
I'm ready for a Fabinho screamer like the Man City game, so I can dive through a window.
I'll fight someone. I'm ready for a brawl.
I'm gonna fight the dog.
Oh, it's absolutely crazy.
By the way, I have a puppy, guys, and I'm not gonna fight him.
He's a big puppy too, by the way.
It's huge.
This is funny. Rumor has it Firmino and Klopp have the same dentist. Yeah. It's very possible. Guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone who joined us in the chat for the Sunday Summary Talk Show. Now, real quick, I need everyone at 10:15 Eastern, 3:15 UK time to go over to Anfield Agenda and watch us live as we react to the team news that will be dropping at 10:30, 3:30 UK time. I'm pumped for that, Steve. This is going to be crazy.
It's going to be wild. Let's do one last prediction. What do you got?
What do you mean?
I'm going to do a score prediction because I do every match day. You don't. But what's your starting lineup? The typical Genie, Hendo, Thiago, and then the rest.
Genie, Hendo, Thiago in the midfield, and Matip starts next to Fabinho. Yep.
Okay. I agree there. My score prediction. You guys are going to like this. You're going to like this. 4-1. 4-1 Liverpool. At Anfield.
Who gets the goals?
Salah. 1 from each of the front 3. 1 from Thiago.
Oh my God. If Thiago scores a goal, Steve, I'll literally...
He's going to have a chance or two from 20 yards out today, whether it's a volley, whether it's a curler. He'll have a couple chances. I just hope he takes the chances because every time he shoots, there was a volley a couple weeks ago that got blocked literally immediately, but it was a laser. Do you remember that?
I 100% know what you're
when he about. Sets up sideways and he gets his leg way up and bang, smacks down on it. God, he might be the greatest footballer ever besides Bobby Firmino. Anyways, 4-1, 4-1 to the Reds.
4-1 to the Reds. Steve, I think I'm not making a score prediction, but Matip in the lineup gives us an aerial presence in the box. There is nothing like a Matip header, Steven. I'm telling you right now.
I prefer a Bobby header, but
Okay. Fair.
That's me.
Fair.
God, Bobby. Come on, Bobby.
Calm down, Steve. Calm down.
Bye.
Guys, join us in, what was that, 10? Steve, I need your math help. 25 minutes.
25 minutes. Now, remember the math, everyone. 25 minutes over on the Anfield Agenda channel for the Nothing But Reds Agenda. Live reaction to the starting 11s for each team. Hopefully there's no surprises. I don't like surprises. However, here's the final math for you guys to remember. 10 matches, 10 draws equals 10 points. Think of it like cookies. You get a point for every cookie you take out of the jar. If you take 10 cookies out of the jar, 10 draws, you get 10 points. Okay? But if you play 10 matches and you give it your absolute all to score, you don't care about draws, you don't really care about losing, you go for the 3 points with absolutely everything you have, and you leave yourself vulnerable on the counterattack for the sake of points, even if you only win half the games, you get 15 points. 5 wins is 15 points.
You need 4. All you need is 4.
All you need is 3 and a draw to get the same amount as 10 cookies from the jar and draws. I say for the rest of the year, we give it absolutely everything we have. We stop worrying about being unbeatable. We stop worrying about the Anfield unbeaten record, and we go to win games. We go for the 3 points. We don't settle for draws. We put everything we have forward. Pull Allison out of the net in the 75th minute for a header. No, I'm kidding. But still, you go for wins because 4 wins out of 10 get you 12 points. 10 draws get you 10 points.
Jesus, Steve.
Guys, I should have been a mathematician. I know. You don't have to tell me. I already know.
Steve, absolute legend, man. Appreciate that. Hey, thanks to everyone who tuned in for the show. And join us in a little bit over on Anfield Agenda again. I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this team news reaction. And if I need to see everyone there, all 42 of you in the chat right now better be there, Reds.
Please pin this last comment from Kimberly Rose, because this is how I feel. This is how I feel.
Valid.
This is how I feel. I don't care about the penighted and all the penalties and this, that, and the other thing. Every time I turn around, I hear about them getting a penalty. We've had a fair amount as well. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But I really do believe that if we played to our potential and if they played to their potential, we'd still win by a handful of goals.
I agree with you.
The rivalry, unfortunately, keeps these games close because it brings extra from both teams, especially the team that's not expected to win. But this is...
My heart is pounding, Steve.
10 draws get you 10 points.
That is the theme of today's show. 10 draws get you 10 points.
Yep.
10 cookies, four cookies, sandwiches, and we're going. See you guys at 10:15. Reds, thanks for tuning in. Until then, take care.